Good morning. So I'm on my way to church this morning, or to my mom's church. I'm down for the Christmas holidays, and I want to interview my mom. She's not big on being on camera, so it's going to be quite of a challenge for me. So this is going to be my introduction. I don't know if she's going to say yes, she's going to say no, but I'm going to try to get her on camera to tell of her experiences when she first left the South. Where did she go? After she left the South, how did she come to California? And then after being in California, what have been some of her experiences in life? And what is she doing to make somebody else's life better? So those are some of the questions I want to ask her. Some of it, of course, I already know. This is my mom. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it on camera. So if I do, this message will precede the video. If I don't, well, I tried. All right. So I'm heading to church, on my way, getting ready to roll out, or I'm rolling out, and I'll get back with you later. Bye for now. Hello, I'm so glad that this day finally came. I finally got my mom to do an interview, and I really want to share it with you. I want to let you guys know where I come from, but in order to know where I come from, we've got to know where my mother's come from. So I have my mother right here. How you doing, Mom?
Great.
You're doing great. Well, good, good. Well, as I spoke, I wanted to interview because I'm going to be interviewing so many other people and asking them so many questions that I want to at least give the people a little background on where I come from. So I can't really talk about me unless I talk about the person who birthed me. So that's you. So I have a few questions that I'd like to ask you.
Okay.
So where were you born, Mom?
Lamont, Mississippi.
Lamont, Mississippi. Wow, that's in the South, right?
Yeah, the Delta.
The Delta.
Mississippi Delta.
What was it like? When were you born?
I don't give the year.
Okay, but in the time that you were born in the South, what was it like?
In the 30s. I was born in the late 30s.
Late 30s. What was it like in the late 30s?
My parents were, I can give you an idea of what it was like. We lived on a plantation, a white man's plantation by the name of Hudson Farms.
Hudson Farms?
Hudson Farms.
Hudson Farms.
And my parents were sharecroppers.
Wow. So they worked the land for
him and bought the seeds from him, and at the end of the year when they get the settlement, they'll give him so much for borrowing the money for the seed, and then they'll get the rest. And sometimes they didn't have nothing left.
So it'd be like a contract?
Yeah, I guess that's what they call it back then.
So when did you leave home? I mean, you were born there, but you must have left home at some point. About
1959.
So you left home in 59. Where'd you go?
Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit. So you went from the South to the Midwest. It's a big city. Did you go there for employment, or you went there to vacation?
I went there to find employment, but it's kind of, at that time people were laying off, and so the only employment I did find was working and cleaning house cleaning. Other people's houses, mainly Jewish people. They just about owned Detroit at that time. So.
Wow. So is that the jobs, let's say, for a lot of blacks who left the South, who, let's just say you didn't get a degree, that was like the first manual okay.
Housekeeping, you work 5 days maybe for one person or 1 day for different people.
And so how long did you stay in Detroit?
From 59, I think, to 62.
Like 59
63.
To 63. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. That's a nice long time. Then you just kind of went back home after that point?
Yeah, I went back home for a while.
That's good. How did you come to California? How did you get to California?
Well, I went from Mississippi, back from Mississippi to Chicago. Basie, my nephew.
Your nephew Basie.
And I lived with him, and that's where I met your father working at a convalescent home.
So my father's working
he was an orderly at a convalescent home.
Right, and so he was a veteran. He had already served
Yeah,
like 10
yeah.
years in the United States Army.
Yeah.
And then, so he was an orderly at a convalescent home?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At that time.
Okay, so he came, he's like, hey, what's going on? Let's go. Hey, no. How that happened? You know, you met
I
him.
don't know how it happened, but he was working out with us.
Oh, okay.
Got married.
That's cool.
Then, because he already had a house, so
Mhm.
home, and so when we got married, we lived next door to a pastor, this preacher, and he married us. And I was 63. Then you were born in December 8th. Next year.
That's good. That's good. So how did you ever get to California? I mean, you came on a vacation, is that not right? For like
I came on a vacation and I didn't plan to stay, but when I got here, I got a job like 6 months later. So
Wow.
I'm on a program called Operation Mainstream, and they had opened it at the Sheriff Department.
Wow. So then you went from not having any law enforcement background, you went from there right into law enforcement.
Right into law enforcement training on the job, and then going to different schools.
Oh, that's really good.
You had to. When I moved here, I didn't even know how to drive a car.
Wow.
So I learned how to drive a car.
Mm.
Used my sister's car, the Dora Robinson car, for a while.
Mhm.
Bought my car, and that's where But I had saved money, so I didn't come here broke.
Right.
Because I was working at. After I left the nursing home, I went to the biggest hospital in Chicago. I worked there for
Wow.
5 years.
Wow.
Weiss Memorial. I was a CNA.
Okay, so
So that's where I made my money.
Where you made
And saved my money and didn't even have a credit card, put everything in the layaway.
Wow. So when you came to California, you got into law enforcement and you worked there a number of years, you bought a home and you retired?
Yeah, I worked there 24 and a fourth year, full time, and then I retired in 99. A year later, went back and worked in the records department in Perry County Sheriff.
Wow.
8 years, so total of 32 years.
So you're an example of hard work and dedication. You can pretty much achieve anything that you want to achieve.
Everything I set out to do.
Wow.
With the high school education, I have some college credit now after
Sure.
taking some college to qualify for the job class, but I didn't graduate with no degree.
Right. And that's no excuse. Somebody still can be productive, hard working, and still achieve everything that they want to achieve.
Yeah.
You know, not, let's just say, born with a silver spoon, born with a hand up,
Born working.
born working.
9 years old, out in the fields, cotton fields in Mississippi, okay? So
Wow.
I know work ethic, so there was no problem for me.
Wow.
From cleaning houses in Michigan to working in a hospital, convalescent in Chicago,
Wow.
to California, and that's where I live right now. December the 25th, 2017.
Wow.
Retired.
So you can see as an example that there's really no excuse for not being successful if you have hard work and dedication. So no matter what your background is or where you come from, you can always see if you work hard, you can achieve, you know, the dreams that you have. I don't want to give you a view of her home, but I just want to let you know my mom has a beautiful home. And she did that from hard work, not that anyone gave her anything in life. And so I just want to let people out there know that's my experience. That's what I come from. That's what's bred into me. That's my example. So those experiences that you had, you didn't show me how to do it, but I think I watched you over the years, your dedication and your hard work. And that inspired me to not be lazy and not be a person that's not productive, so that I get up and I'm productive and I'm positive and I'm doing things with my life. So I want to say thank you very much for being that example to me and showing me by example. You know, it's not something that you train a person how to work hard, but you see that example. Yeah, you observe it. Right. So I personally want to say thank you for that. But what would you, my last question I want to ask you, when it's all said and done, what would you like to be remembered for? You can take a second and think about that. That's a big question. A lot of people know what their legacy they want to leave behind them. A lot of people don't, because they're very seldom are we asked that question. But that's a question I want to pose to you. When it's all said and done, and God, calls you home, what do you want to be remembered for?
For my honesty and maybe a firm character and not wavering and steadfast. If I'm committed to something, I'm committed to.
Man, I love that, Mama. Thank you very much.
That's just a little skim.
Yeah, that's a little skim.
That's just a little bit, as Brother Willie would say, I'll give you a little taste of this. That ain't the whole story.
Oh, I would imagine there's no way we can cover your whole life story in this short a time period. But I know today is Christmas Day, and I appreciate after all the cooking, all that you do, that you took time out to want to block out so I can get this interview, so I can record this for my own. So when I look back years later, and my kids look at this, they can know where their grandmother has come from, and so they wouldn't have any excuses not to be productive and not, to do things with their life. And, so that's a good legacy, and I think that's a lot of times, it's just like leaving a will. A will, you might write something out and say, I wanted this and that. But this is like an audio will. This is what I did with my life. This is what I want to be remembered for. And I'm glad I get this opportunity to give you the chance to say it from your own mouth. People can write books about other people, but sometimes it doesn't come from them. And I think the best story is the story told from the individual, while we should record things,
Hey, I think you get that from when you born back in the time I was born back, that's something you had to do. You had no choice not to work. These people there was no drugs.
Wow.
There was alcohol, I'm sure, but I never was interested in that.
Wow.
Cigarettes, people smoke cigarettes, but you were told to do this at church. From an infant up until then, your parents took you to church, and that was the backbone of me studying the word now, or what I know now.
So your spirituality is what guided you to work hard and to be productive.
And always include God in our life. Just work and not even know where all our help comes from.
I know that's right. I definitely can attest to that. You taking me to church and my sister. And
sending you when I had to work on Sunday. So.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord for my sister. She's passed on now, but she used to watch you guys at night when I worked the night shift.
So when we first came to California, our Aunt Lidora Robinson,
we lived there.
She used to watch us, me and my sister, while you were working all the different shifts, the different shifts that the Sheriff's Department required. So that's, we appreciate my auntie for that, and even her older children were like surrogate brothers and sisters and overseers and guiders and protectors, and they have great backgrounds all within themselves, very successful, so that's a blessing there. So we've been around people who are productive, people who are successful, people who are hardworking, educated people, college people,
doctors,
doctors, lawyers. So we don't come with a lot of excuses, so that's really great, Mom. Okay, picking back up. So just picking back up from what we had left off. So you have two kids. I have an older sister. She's not here right now. What is my sister doing this Christmas Day?
She's in San Diego with her children.
She's in San Diego with her children.
And our grandchildren.
And her grandchildren, which makes them your great-grandchildren. So God has been faithful to you and has preserved your life and kept your life, your health, and the way that you live, and preserved even your physical body. So that's tremendous in and of itself. That's good.
Yep.
Good. Well, thank you, Mama, for this
interview. But I don't like this kind of stuff.
Okay, well, just look at the people on camera.
I really don't like being interviewed, but I'll just do it anyhow.
I appreciate your effort. I love you for that.
Okay, love you too.
All right, well, thank you very much. This is going to conclude our interview, and this is the background of where my mother comes from, and I imagine someday, and I don't know about near future, I'll give my background, why I'm doing what I'm doing, and what legacy that I'm trying to leave. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.